Great evening, great evening. All right. Cool. All right, y'all. So I told y'all this morning I was going to let y'all know some different things that I do that we got. And this is pretty much so, all right, let me give you some history real quick, all right, on the coronavirus. There are more than just one coronaviruses out, all right? There's actually like 5 of them that are actually present right now all the time that are in different animals. And the thing is, usually it doesn't transmit from animals to human, right? And you can check the CDC from this stuff from 2002, 2003, right? So this stuff been around, right? But it's been more so in animals, like it's been pigs. That's why we had the swine flu and stuff like that. It's been in cows. It's been in chickens a whole lot. That's why people would say, you know, watch out for eating meat and stuff like that. Like meat. All right, let me give you some background on meat too. Like meat by itself isn't the bad guy. The bad guy is when meat has antibiotics injected into them, or they have different viruses that they may have gotten because they're feeding them other animals or stuff like that, and then they get those stuff, they eat that stuff, then we eat that, or from the endotoxins that bacteria feed on dead carcasses and stuff like that. So it's not just like the meat, it's the byproducts of a lot of different things, right? So coronavirus is pretty much, and I've been doing a lot of research on this, okay? But I'm just going to try to keep this video short, and I'm going to tell you to research some stuff for yourself, right? So coronavirus is pretty much just like a SARS virus. Or SARS causes a coronavirus. You have MERS and you got SARS and stuff like that. So it's CoV-2, right? SARS-CoV-2. Coronavirus, they call it COVID-19, right? And you can check some of this stuff. So the reason why they shut all the stuff like gyms and malls and large gatherings with the CDC shutting all that stuff down is because they specifically say, you know, countries need a protocol that when people get it, what to do. Because even in 2013 in China, there were cases where people were getting coronaviruses, right? And then Singapore too and stuff like that. But it was a very low transmission, low spread. So it was nothing blowing up like now, because the only times there were like a high transmission with people were in hospital settings, because they were trying to figure out how is this happening, right? So they were looking at it was at one mall in particular in China. This is from a study if you want to see, you know, so I'm not just blowing smoke up your tail or making stuff up. I actually send myself, let's see. Let's do this then. All right. So I usually like to send myself after I check different things, like, you know, check this out, right? And you can look this stuff up, right? So I always like bookmark anytime I looked at something, because, you know, this is not anything that I've learned myself. It's not anything that I'm telling you. It's just stuff that I've learned how to research, right? So it'll tell you, you know, research like this article, whatever like that. But let's just go down to it, right? So it tells you the abstract and everything like that, 2013. And this is diarrhea virus. So remember, if you're using the bathroom and you sharing any type of bathrooms with somebody, that stuff is present in fecal matter. So just be sure that you're actually cleaning your bathrooms out good. All right, acknowledgement, site and stuff like that. All right. Transmission, infected facilities. This is all talking about the same. Pond and swine flu. Infection virus infecting the swine backyard. And one of the biggest things that happened, so this is the article right here. If you want it, I'll send it to you later, all right? But one big thing that was happening was they had what's called, you have domesticated animals and you got non-domesticated animals. And the cause of the viruses was coming from domesticated animals, and then it was entering to non-domesticated animals, right? And when that was happening, it cost $400 million, and it cost the United States $400 million. Now understand this, because people think it's just about the virus and us trying to be. If you lose a country $400 million because now they're pigs and their chickens, their number one staples from eggs and all that other stuff, dairy and everything, their number one staples of making money for the farmers is this virus wiping it out. Now they got a whole nother issue, because that's holding their whole economics of the country up. Besides tax dollars, it's the stuff that we're paying, because if we can't buy stuff, we can't live, we can't eat, we can't get taxed. So it's bigger than just trying to make sure we good. So it's different things like that where that cost them 400 million. And that's before it got to the magnitude it is now. So what they're not telling you is, imagine right now if our food sources get, and they are contaminated, but it's more so now it's transferring to us. But imagine now if our food sources get to the point where it's equally spreading like it is with humans, but it launches like wildfire. And now we actually can start getting it from our food because we're not cooking our food to proper temperatures or for people we meet. Then that could lead to a complete catastrophic death for a lot of people, right? So I'm just going to talk about, that's a whole nother conversation. But here's a couple things we can do if we're in the house. And I seen this video, but I felt like he took like 25 minutes to get into, to really go over it. So I'll make it in 2 minutes, some stuff you can do when you're home. All right, first of all, washing your hands. I'm going to tell people minimum. Anything that I tell you is not, so you can't sue me. Anything I tell you is not advice. I am not telling you any type of advice, any type of legal advice, any type of nutritional advice, and I'm not giving you any type of advice on what to do on treatment or cure. All I'm doing is tell you things that I do, and you can do your own research, and if you choose to do it, you can do it. Cool, that's my disclaimer. All right, now, washing your hands for 30 seconds minimum. Great. Hot water, all right? Another thing, all right, so this is what we're going to get into right here. All right, get you some citrus fruits. All right, make sure you have citrus fruits on deck. All right, all different kinds. It's a pomelo, whatever. You want to cut the peel. Chop them suckers up, get the peel off, put it in here. Next, get some, I got red onions in here, and I got some ginger. You want to boil some water. All right, get your water boiling, and you want to see that steam coming right there. You want to get that good old hot steam. What you're going to do with this hot steam now is, I've seen people say that with the hot steam and the heat, because as you know, when we get inflammation, heat and stuff like that, our body gets hot, we get fevers. Why do you have a fever? You get a fever because your body needs to raise the temperature so that you can kill foreign invaders. Virus is a foreign invader, right? So the thing is about this hot steam is, this is for you to actually inhale. You want to breathe this stuff through your nose, through your mouth, both. And what that's going to do is it's going to raise the temperature in your nasal passage and in your airways. Because the virus, I was looking on one of the things and it said, even outside the body, 60 minutes, it says 60 minutes, they were trying to like test and figure out where the virus was at. And after 60 minutes, they couldn't really find out. And then you'll hear on other accounts that the virus can live 2 weeks or 7 days or over the stuff, all kinds of things on metal and wood, cardboard and stuff like that. So all it it sounds to me is that they don't really know. It's just because it changes so much. All right, tea kettle, you hot, we hear you. All right, so what you want to do with this is actually breathe this stuff in. All right, and this is pretty much how I'm doing it. I literally put and I do this, you want to do this for at least 15 minutes to about, me personally, I'm a little extreme, so I do extreme stuff. I don't expect people to, but I do it for like 15, so I actually did it for about 45 minutes. And believe it or not, the time flies. Get some good music playing, you know. I actually will drink tea while I'm doing this, so because I want to get my body as hot as possible, right? So you just want to be inhaling. You breathe back. Now, if your nose starts to drip, if you feels like you're like you may start coughing, your nose might start dripping, because this may start breaking up some mucous membranes that you may have in there. You may got some other stuff going on that you don't even know you got going on, but that's good. If that starts happening, let it drip. You make some new, clean your pot out and stuff like that. So, and let it breathe deep. And you want to breathe this stuff for as hot as you can take it, right? Now, what I do is after I do this for about 15, 20 minutes plus, at the same time, I'll actually peel some more citrus fruits and I'm eating it because I want the vitamin C to come in. And I'll drink some tea and I'll take a shot of, that's what we got right here. This is what I'm using. I'll get some amla powder. All right, that's gooseberries. I got some goji powder, and this is some elderberry syrup, right? So what I'm doing is I'm making a little drink with the amla. And amla is like, I think 10 times more vitamin C that you're going to get from citrus fruit. So what I'm doing is I'm packing my body with a bunch of citrus fruit. I'm making sure I'm hydrated at the same time. And I'm making sure that I got enough oxygen so I can carry nutrients to my body so it can fight off any bacteria, any viruses, all right? So I'm doing that stuff. And at the same time, I'm breathing this in. Breathing that in. I'm breathing that in. Now, after I do that, I'll get my wheatgrass. I'll do some kale. I'll make sure I throw that in my body too. And I'll keep drinking that hot tea. Now, I then take a hot shower. Because what you want to do is if you have access to like a sauna, that's the best thing you can do right now to ever fight any kind of virus. Because it's that hot, dry heat that you can inhale and that you want that can just pretty much kill a virus with that heat. All right. So I go in the shower. I crank that sucker up as hot as I can. And I'll stay in the shower. If you got a small hot water tank now, whatever, you might want to make sure no one came out the shower, at least 20, 30 minutes. But I'll stay in the shower. I'll try to stay in there for like 15 minutes also. I call it a power hour. So I'll do this, then I'll do this. And I'll do this daily anytime I have to leave the house or I get in contact with anybody else. Because they say it takes 14 days for the virus. So even if you think you're good or you're not good, you got to at least wait 14 days for your interaction with someone else to make sure, okay, you don't got nothing. So daily, what if it works? Right? Like I always see people and they're like, oh, I don't know if that's going to work. Well, I'll wait for this and the vaccines. There's no vaccine, but I feel like your body is equipped to know how to recover from everything, but you got to nourish it. So, all right, worst case scenario, it doesn't work. Cool. What's the worst all right, cool. All you did was maybe got a little bit healthier. All right, got rid of a little bit of mucus. But what if it does work? What if it's that simple? And instead of people freaking out, going crazy, spending all kinds of money on toilet tissue and paper towel, that ain't gonna help you get rid of no virus. It actually can spread more virus if you're not storing that stuff wrong and coughing at one time and it spreads to all of it and then other people use it that people are not really thinking about. But what if it just worked? And you got rid of something that could have potentially caused you harm. Or now you didn't pass it to your child, or your child didn't pass it to you, or you didn't pass it to a grandmother or some elderly person that didn't have a strong immune system. That's the more important thing. Not just about, like, I know I'm good, I'm healthy and stuff like that, but what if I carry this stuff and then I pass it to my mom and my mom's immune system is compromised and not as strong as mine? So you got to worry about sometime other people. So I know I can do all this stuff and I can get good and I do a lot of other stuff that it may be too much for y'all. So, but whatever, I'll tell y'all one of them, right? So I always tell people watch garlic and stuff like that. But let's say I've done I've done where I've taken a hand dryer, like you dry your hair with, and I've held it like around right here, and I've let the hot air just hit my face, and it goes up my nostrils, goes through my windpipe and my mouth, whatever. And I've literally done, and it dries all that stuff out. And I'll do that till it's completely dry. But then I'll rejuvenate, because some stuff I don't want to tell you. I feel like I'm not doing stuff right, and I don't want you to get sicker and stuff because of me. But then I'll get some black cumin seed oil, some black seed oil. I take a little neem too, and shea butter. I make a little mixture. I'll revitalize my face, and then I'll disinfect my face and everything, like with the black cumin seed oil and a bunch of different things, and disinfect all of that. Then I'll throat coat. Like I know he talks about, the dude I was looking at, he looked at slippery elm, which is a bark. I use a euphemia bark. I use echinacea, golden seal too. I try not to do too much golden seal though. But I do a bunch of different barks. Make some teas out of them too. I do the burdock root and stuff like that. And I'll just try to coat my throat. And then right here, what we got? That's the elderberry. Tastes delicious. It's like a blueberry, but smaller. I'll do that, and it coats your throat. You can get this stuff from a store called Sprouts in Towson Mall, and it's a throat coat, all right? Got some other berries right here, and it's like real small little blueberries, right? So definitely, y'all, I just want to touch bases on a couple things you can do. Get that body hot. Now, what's one more way you could get your body even hotter? Wrap that sucker, and back when we used to wrestle, we used to use either saran wrap or like a trash bag and wear a bunch of clothes. Now, if you actually go start doing some push-ups, some sit-ups, jog, whatever you want to do, or stay in the house, do some jumping jacks, what you're going to do is you may start sweating because your body's getting hotter and hotter. The more activity you can do, the better. That's better for your blood, better for your heart, better for your immune system, and better to fight a virus. So do that, and that sweat and stuff that start coming, when you start feeling real hot, That's great. Let your body stay there if you can for like 15, 20 minutes at that hot, while you're doing some type of exercise at that hot level, because now it's fighting off. And then after you do all of that stuff, relax. Get some good music, get some good friends, FaceTime who you need, call, babe, boo, whatever. Laugh, because that's good for your immune system, believe it or not. To laugh is certain hormones that are actually relieving to the body when you start laughing and having a good time. All right, so don't stress. All right, like stress can cause you diseases. So relax, get you your lavender and stuff like that, your music, whatever you need, and definitely you let your body recover, let it heal, let it relax. And I would say do this anytime you come in contact with people, or you think they had something, or even if you don't, or anytime I do it daily. Anytime I leave out this house, I do it. So what if it works? That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. Appreciate y'all. If y'all got any questions, any tips for me, I take all the tips. I'm always willing to learn. Let me know. Shoot me a DM, shoot me a text, whatever it is. I just want to touch base. Before I forget, I'm so sorry. Listen, y'all. Inside here, I put the ginger, I put the orange, the citrus fruit, I do the red cabbage, and I also have some Himalayan pink salt. Forgot that I put in here. It's like a saline solution, and definitely want to put the salt. Now you can use sea salt, whatever salt you want, sea salt or some Himalayan pink salt, and put that in the water too. Almost forgot to tell y'all that. All right. Another thing I tell people for respiratory is coffee. So I do one thing. You're not drinking the coffee, but what you do is you steep the coffee, right? Steeping, get it real hot. Then you want to keep it closed, let it really marinate. It gets real strong. And with the coffee, what I do is I take the cup. Again, y'all can get y'all some cups, whatever. Don't be weird on me, right? But you holding your mouth just like this with your hands, and you want to inhale it. This is not for drinking. This is just for your respiratory system, and you're breathing the coffee. So what I like to do is to get an organic coffee, and I straight in there, and I'm inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And you want to do that again as hot as you can. Take it without causing any harm, burn, or anything like that. And you do that for like 15 minutes. It's going to open you up too. You'll start breathing a lot better. Believe it or not, you go, oh, snaps. And that's great too. I would do that also in correspondence with this to fight off this infection. So y'all, do some research on that. Learn. I've always tell people, some people like the garlic and stuff like that, but I'll cook with garlic and I'll eat garlic very sparingly, but with garlic, it works too good, right? So garlic is antiviral, but it can kill off your good bacteria and your bad bacteria. So it kind of can kill off the whole immune system. So it can help you get rid of stuff, but then it can help you catch stuff again. Get what I'm saying? So with garlic, don't overdo on garlic. Ginger is like one of those things too. You don't overdo it, but garlic is more stronger than ginger. So when you're doing garlic, this may be a little bit or every other day, but don't do that stuff too consistently with garlic. Now vitamin C, load up on that. Like keep eating, not vitamins, but vitamin C in fruits. So eat as much fruit as you can. At least 9 servings, of fruits and vegetables you should be doing daily anyway. And you should be making sure you're taking a dump 1 to 3 times daily. 4 hours after you're eating, you should be taking a dump. And if you're not, that means you're not eating enough fiber. Another thing, when you're taking your dumps, look at your stool, right? If it's floating, that's great. That means you're eating enough fiber. It's probably some gas trapped inside that stuff too. If it's not floating and most of it is sinking, then that means you're not eating enough fiber, all right? And so that means you need to start eating more beans, more whole grains, more fiber, more fruits, more vegetables, stuff like that. That's going to make your poop float. Your poop should be floating more. So if it's not, then that means you may need to decrease, hold on, maybe on some of the meat or something. Leave that dairy alone for right now, at least doing the virus stuff so you can get your immune system up. Because the more you improve your gut health, the more you can also boost your immune system. So definitely eat more fiber daily, more fruits, more vegetables and stuff like that during this time. All right? So thanks y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, if y'all got any tips or anything, thank you. No, thank you. And let's get it. Let's stay healthy. Let's get it. I'm gonna shoot y'all a new video or something else tomorrow.